Welcome all of you. In this video lecture, we are going to understand about the nucleosome model of chromosomes. Several scientists have proposed their models on the organization of chromosomes, but the widely accepted one is beads on string model or the nucleosome model of chromosome. The nucleosome hypothesis proposed by Roger Kornberg in 1974 was a paradigm shift for understanding eukaryotic gene expression. The assembly of DNA into chromatin involves a range of events, beginning with the formation of the basic unit, that is the nucleosome, and ultimately giving rise to a complex organization of specific domains within the nucleus. The first step is the assembly of DNA with a newly synthesized tetramer of H3H4 proteins. Actually, the histone protein is an octamer, okay, and it consists of H2A, H2B, H3, and H4. The all 2 units. So there are total 8 units. Okay. After that, H1 combines with that structure. Let us understand each of these steps one by one. So as I have told you, the first step is the assembly of DNA with a newly synthesized tetramer of H3H4, which are specifically modified to form a subnucleosomal particle, which is followed by the addition of two H2A H2B dimers. See, two H3H4 combines to form a subnucleosomal particles, and with this particle, two molecules of H2A and H2B dimers combines. This produces a nucleosomal core particle consisting of 146 base pair of DNA bind around the histone octamer. I've earlier told you that the histone octamer consists of H2A, H2B, H3 and H4 in pair form. So there are 4 proteins in pair form, that is 8 proteins, and that's why it is known as octameric protein. This core particle and the linker DNA together form the nucleosome. So this is the core particle and this is the linker DNA. They together form the nucleosome. The next step is the maturation step that requires ATP to establish regular spacing of the nucleosome cores to form the nucleofilament. During this step, the newly incorporated histones are deacetylated. Next, the incorporation of linker histones is accompanied by folding of nucleofilament into 30 nm fiber, the structure of which remains to be elucidated. Two principal models actually exist, the solenoid model and the zigzag. Finally, further successive folding events lead to a high level of organization and specific domains in the nucleus. See what happens actually. DNA combines with the histone protein to form nucleosome, and several nucleosome combines to form a solenoid. The combination is known as solenoid. Okay. Two molecules of each of 4 core histone proteins form the histone octamer by a formation of one tetramer of H3H4 and 2 dimers of H2A and H2B. Tetramer means the assembly of 4 units and dimers means the assembly of 2 units. So do not confuse with the terms. Each of these entities are held together by a so-called handshake motif of protein structure forms a beads on string like structure. H1 is involved with the packing of the beads. See, these are the beads which are formed. Now, there is a chance that the DNA gets slip off. So to protect that DNA, H1 attaches to it, forming a barrier. Okay. H1 is present in half the amount of other 4 histones. This is because unlike the other histones, H1 does not make up the nucleosome bead. Instead, it sits on the top of the structure, keeping in place the DNA that has wrapped around the nucleosome. Specifically, the H1 protein binds to the linker DNA. Okay, which is actually 80 nucleotides in length, and it is the region between the histone beads helping stabilize the zigzagged 30 nm chromatin fiber. The nucleosome together with histone H1 is called chromatosome. Okay, so chromatosomes are held together by the continuous DNA strands, thus forming linker DNA of 30 to 50 base pair in length. I hope you have understood the nucleosome model of chromosomes. Thank you very much for listening.